All right, everybody, let's take a look at another thermodynamics question for AP Physics 2. Let's take a look. So we have a vertical cylinder that has a piston on top with mass M and area A that is open to the atmosphere and moves without friction. The piston is at rest when N moles of an ideal gas are contained in a volume V. When the gas is heated to temperature T, the piston begins to move upward with an acceleration A. Which of the following correctly describes the magnitude of the force exerted by the piston on the gas as the piston first begins to move upward? So let's take a look. I'm going to start with a drawing. I always like to do that just to wrap my head around. Side view of our cylinder. There's some sort of piston in here that can move up and down. Okay, and at some point, we have a volume V, right, of gas that's contained, ideal gas. There's N moles in here. And they ask us the magnitude of force exerted by the piston on the gas. So the piston is putting a force down on our gas. It's containing our gas. Now, the first thing I did when I first read this, my mind went straight to, all right, they're giving us, telling us we have acceleration. They even gave us the mass of the piston. I'm thinking F equals ma right away, and I want to solve for our net force here. If that's what you were thinking, it's good thought. Your physics is right on, but you got to carefully read the question. If we're just asked for the force this is putting on the gas, so this is putting a downward force on the gas, we don't need to do any of that. We don't need to know the acceleration or anything. All we need is to know, well, how much force is the gas putting on the piston? Remember, Newton's third law says every force has an equal opposite force. So if the gas is putting a force on the piston is putting the same force on the gas. Okay, that's Newton's third law. So we just need to know how much is the gas pushing on the piston. And we can use our ideal gas law for that. So we're going to say PV equals nRT. And nicely for us, in the problem, they gave us all the same variables, right? They gave us V for our volume, N for our number of moles, T for our temperature, and R is always a constant. Okay? And if we solve for pressure, we have nRT over V, and then we say we know pressure is just force divided by area. How many newtons per unit area? And we have the area of this thing too. It's A. So again, they gave us a nice variable that's already in our equations. So nRT divided by V, and if we just want to know what the force is, we're just going to multiply both sides by A. And we find out that the force is equal to nRT times A divided by V. And lucky for us, that's one of our multiple choice. So I hope that helps. Hope it makes sense. And I'll see you on the next video. Take care.